Kia ora and welcome to Craft Artosaurus. My name's Paula and today's Wednesday and we're just going to do some, well, hang on, let me open this the right way. We're going to do some sewing together as I start a new project. So I'm going to use Create and Craft Christine's bit of fabric, and I've already discussed that I'm going to be putting this on a basket. I did wonder if, I'm just grabbing a basket, sorry, if maybe I didn't need to use it all and then I could have some flowers, which would be rather cool, to also add to a few stitchery things. So I'm just going to have a little look-see, because I feel if I cut out over here and just went around, I would have some green, admittedly, but I'd still have a lot of flowers to play with, and I would have a few flowers that I could add to a few projects, which I'm kind of liking the idea of, rather than using the whole piece. So I think I'm going to do that. This could be my biggest regret in the world. I'm going to cut into Christine's piece of fabric. Look, I'm sure she wants us to use it more than just on one project. Mind you, I did see someone do a fabulous vest the other day. Oh my goodness, that was a beautiful, beautiful vest. I can't remember the name of the channel, but oh, it was gorgeous. So I don't know. Let me have a little look-see. If I move it that way a bit more, I could have some more flowers saved. So I just need to work out where the best part is. So I'll have more fabrics to, oh, I've got a bit of blue there, more fabric to play with. So let me just work this out. So if I put that there, see, I'd have this lovely, oh, I guess he's not that much left. So let's move it over this way a bit more. I'm just playing, yeah, I think that's most probably the best idea, going from there, isn't it? I'd still have quite a bit to play with, and I like the thought of that, having more than just one thing with Christine's fabric. Yeah, I think that would be really sweet. So now I just need to work out how I'm going to cut it. Well, obviously with scissors. I might just get a plate that's a little bit bigger than this, because it goes in and then it goes up the sides, and I still would like that. And then I will put another piece of fabric that I have, a plain piece that goes around, and the two will join. That's what I did on my last basket. Yeah, I think I will. Otherwise, I'm going to be missing out on, yeah, I'm doing some pretty cool things, because it'll be, I just feel like I'm going to waste so much fabric that I could be playing with, and I wouldn't be able to see it. Mind you, once the project's in there, I won't be able to see it anyway, but it would just give me a few flowers. Maybe I should just have the bottom of the container. That could be an idea. Let's see if I did that. I suppose if we came over here, well, that would leave quite a bit, actually. That would leave quite a bit of some really cool flowers. So I'm just doing a Mr. Bean kind of measure kind of thing. So that would give me this to play with, which is still a lot of thread painting. So I'm going to definitely do that. Yep, I am going to do that. Yep, Paula, you're going to be brave. You're going to do that, and then you can play with the rest, which I think would be very, very sweet. So that's what I'm going to do. I've just changed my plan a little bit, as you do when you're, I don't know, when you're difficult like me. sure there's other people out there going, yep, you just do that, Paula. Go on, just have some fun. I'm sure Christine wouldn't mind if I cut into the fabric. Christine, I'm cutting into your fabric, so if you don't want me to cut into it, you have to pop around to my door and stop me. There you go, now I've covered myself. And she's obviously quite happy. She hasn't popped around to my door to stop me. Oh dear, I do live in my own little world, don't I? But I know I've cut through some of this flower, and I'm thinking that's okay. I've still got the main flower I can play with, which I quite like the thought of. I can't see what I'm doing, and my hands all khaki. Oh, that's my dog. Sorry. It's all go here today. We're on a boil notice. See, now I've got all this fabric here, and I'm fairly certain I can use bits and pieces in here and add it to other. I'm fairly certain I can add it to other things, which I would be quite. Yeah, I'm very excited by the thought of this. So I don't know. It's the small things in life that excite me, isn't it? I want her fabric to go a bit further than just one project. I'm sure Christine does not mind. In fact, she encouraged us. Oh, and look, it's going to fit in beautifully. I'm just checking my very bad cutting. And look at that. That is going to be lovely and sweet. Wonderful. Just the right thing to do, I feel. Yep, I've got some lovely flowers I can play with, and yep, it's going to look lovely. Absolutely lovely. And I could use a green. I don't know if I've got any green fabric, to tell you the truth. I don't know. It seems to go. I go to class with it. Everybody's like, oh, green fabric. And before I know it, boom, it's gone. So I think when you thread paint, you need another piece of fabric behind. And I haven't got another piece of fabric with me. But actually what I would like to do is, rather than have another piece of fabric, is to use some felt. So I'm just going to go to my my wardrobe where all of my fabric's stored, and I'll be back in a second, and I'll have a piece of felt with me that I'm happy to cut and put into here. So just give me a second. Sorry, I actually pulled out the wadding I got in a second-hand store, and I'm just going to cut it to size. I didn't think this through, did I? I don't even know if there's a front and a back piece to this. So I'm just going to, excuse me, I've got some water here. We're on a boil notice at the moment, so I've actually got bottled water. Had that horrible what do you call it, alarm that went off. So it was like ding 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 ding. I was like, oh my goodness. So I thought earthquake, tsunami. It's a lovely fine day. I also thought tornado. Did not think boil water notice. Thankfully my husband had told me earlier on in the day that we got this boil notice out, and so that was fine. I think that one's, oh, that'll be fine for this one. I'm just going to do a little bit of invisible stitching just to hold it in place. I'm sure you've seen Christine and Corinne and Suzanne and all the other lovely YouTube ladies. They do this everywhere. I'm not inclined to use pins. I don't know. I'm not really a pin person anymore. Before, yeah, I'd do sewing, I have pins all over the place. Would never ever prick myself at all. You know, easily a whole container of pins and something as I was making it. But now it's like, pins? Nope, I put a pin in and I end up pricking myself. Oh dear. So goodness knows how long. I guess the boil water notice lasts 3 days after, until it's clear. So if it's clear tomorrow morning when they do the test on the water, we'll still have 3 more days of boil water here in Greymouth. Yeah, I don't know if you have it in other parts of the world. It's unusual for us to get it. The last time we got it, my daughter was like, my oldest girl was, I think 4 or 5. It could have been 6 or 7. Who knows? So that was ages and ages ago, you know, eons ago. At the start of, you know, dinosaurs were still roaming the earth. Oh dear, she's going to kill me for saying that. Oh dear. No, dinosaurs were not roaming the earth when my eldest was alive. Oh, I'm cracking myself up. I'm sorry. I'll try and be more sensible. So yeah, I don't know. Today I had art. Oh, that was lovely. I got it and I restarted a picture that I started last week, and I really liked it. I was like, oh, I've done a picture of a taniwha. So a taniwha is a New Zealand monster. It lives in the rivers here on the west coast, and it, you know, it's what causes the rivers and everything. And for some unknown reason, this could be just me. It always seems to be a taniwha or a monster of some sort will run off with a maiden, you know, a local maiden. And so I don't know. Us females have had a raw deal all the way through history. We've always been, you know, absconded with by monsters. Dragons want to eat us. I don't know. It's just me being silly, I guess. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm just going around the outside. I'm invisible stitching, as you can see. Oh. Now, I guess you work from the middle out, don't you? So this, I don't know, I'd quite like the idea of doing some of these flowers over here. I'm just changing my needle because that's a very fine one. I'm going to do these flowers over here because I can see that will go, and that will go. So I've got 2 colours here. I'm happy with working on these flowers over here. So we'll do these little flowers over here. I can see there's bits of brown in them. I'm not going to do like loads and loads of thread painting. I'm just going to do pieces here and there. Accent a few places is what I'm thinking of. So this is the dark. Took me a little while to figure that one out. I think I'm going to start out here and hopefully, oh no, as soon as I go to do my first one, whether or not this is, yep, there we go. Let's just check. I didn't check to see if I was in shot. So yeah, town's really busy. I don't quite know why. I guess we're heading into, like, this is the week before school gets out kind of thing. So I guess that will impact, like, mums will be getting things organised. We don't have any, and I do stress this, any programs here in the community for children to go to in the school holidays. So you need to find someone to look after your children. And so, you know, mum and dads try and take a little bit of time off. They used to have something at Grey School around the corner from us, but that stopped a little while ago. It just all of a sudden stopped doing that. So yeah, a bit of a shocker for people people do rely on that sort of thing, especially when, you know, you've got 2 people working. We were very lucky, you know, and I know that. I used to look after, you know, other kids for their mums in the school holidays from time to time, just to look after them because, you know, I'm home, so it's a bit easier for me. And yeah, but the working mums, they have it hard. you know, are working, or if it's mum and dad working, yep, very hard. So one person in the family has to take time off. It's just something that's part of life these days. So yeah, we were always very, very lucky, and usually in the school holidays also the kids danced. So, you know, I was busy leading up to the school holidays, making costumes and getting things ready and helping other mums and getting their costumes ready and doing things for the school, making things, doing props and all sorts of things I used to do throughout the week. I was busy. You know, people would say, oh, you must be bored, get a job. Oh, to have a spare 10 minutes to be bored in. I was busy the whole time. The whole time I was busy when the girls were dancing. I just full on busy. So yes, that's just how life was back then. I thought this is never ending. You know, all these ballet practices, and didn't mind the tap so much. I found the tap quite interesting, but the ballet, it was endless, absolutely endless, and I was over it by the time my second daughter started. So yeah, but you know, you do what you do and you carry on and you just, yep. So yeah, so I know mums and dads will be finding it hard these school holidays. I don't know, it seemed to have come really quickly this time. I don't know. It didn't seem a short term. I suppose I should have this in a hoop, but I haven't. I'm just following the contours of the pattern that there on the fabric. I'm not doing anything exotic. You know, it's just me following the contours. And now I'm thinking, oh, I think I can go through. This is where it's usually all fails. Nope, there we go. Kind of want to go down and around like that. Yep, that works. And I might go out to here. Gosh, it's so hot. Sorry, I'm going to have another drink of water. I feel absolutely boiling hot here. But it is a lovely day here again on the coast. Oh, I thought I did a knot. I must have not held on to it properly. Here we go. I still haven't started my monthly swap piece, which is, I think the theme was river, and I think I'm just not quite sure what to do with that. So, you know, I'll be umming and ahhing for a little bit. I could put some beads in the middle, would be quite sweet. I like the idea of using some beads on this piece, but I guess because I'm going to have fabrics in there, I don't want beads. I really would like them though. Haven't quite got this piece right in my hand, have I? There we go. Keep on thinking I can hear the sea at the moment, so I know with my hearing disability I certainly cannot hear the sea, but and we're quite a ways, you know, a good 15 minutes walk from the sea here where we are. So yeah. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, I do love this. Such a lovely piece of fabric. I don't know if Christine said where she got it from, but it's so lovely. I'm just looking at it, feeling quite relaxed. Yeah, something about this pattern that I'm just loving. think we'll just do a piece here going down to there. So I don't know when the Sue Spargo book will arrive, but yeah, should be good. I was thinking, because I've got my hearts that I'm also, you know, playing with and that sort of thing, and I thought, oh, I don't have a project container to hold this project in. And then I was like doing something this morning, and I thought, oh, Paula, you use the chip container that you've got sitting there for it to go into to put your project in. I don't know. I'm sure it's only me who has these moments of, I don't, it just seems to be, well, why did I even think that? Oh, this is lovely. I was wanting to do a little bit of, oh, what do you call it? Lace work as well. So I wonder if I should look up my laces and after I finish this flower. Oh gosh, that is really, I'm absolutely loving. I don't know, can you see how pretty that is? It's got brown on this side. I'm just debating that. I don't know if I want brown on it. Can I change the colour? I suppose I can. I don't know. I suppose I should follow along with the colours that are here, really. But a part of me is thinking, I don't really want that brown. Maybe I should look at my glitter yarn. That might be an idea. Have a look in there, because I think I have, well, I must have browns and reds for the simple fact of I did the fox. Unless I haven't put them away after using them, which would not surprise me at all. There we go. So having said I'm just going to do a little bit. Oh dear, I did loads, didn't I? Oh. Oh, I do love that. I've got my really, really old embroidery threads. I did my lady with these, you know. Ooh. Okay. Hang on. Oh dear. Well, that's a find and a half. I didn't know I had these. I wonder how long I've had them there for. Well, for quite a few years. Well, I've got some greens, which I was feeling rather let down by. Oh. I've got a lovely dark. Well, I could be using that. Let's get the knot in and we'll see what it's like. I should most probably not knot it so it's easier to pull off. I pull out when it's wrong. I don't know. I'm going to go out from the centre, and I'm definitely going to put, I am going to put beads there, I've decided. You know what, this is my piece and I'm going to put some beads in. Oh dear, I'm a shocker. I'd like to do a bit of bead work. I find it so darn relaxing. It's actually quite cool. Yeah, no, I do like, I can't find the end of it. I do like the style that it looks like. I think I need to come from the outside and doing it wrong. There we go. Gosh, the sun is streaming in, absolutely streaming in. Oh, we have our first snowfall in New Zealand. Of course, it's in Queenstown. No surprise there, folks. I'm not surprised. You know, I used to live down south. I know what it's like there. For goodness sake, one year at Christmas time, we had snow on the ground in Invercargill. So, you know, it's not that unusual. So there I was reading about, you know, the first snowfall and everything. And I thought, oh, yeah, it's a little bit late, isn't it? That's what went through my mind. Oh, it's a little bit late, isn't it? I carried on reading it and all of that, this newspaper article. And then I read the most stupidest thing I think I have ever read in the newspaper in my life. I could be wrong. There could have been something more stupider than this, but if there is, please people, tell me. And it said, and I quote, I'm laughing about it, the weather is going to get colder because of the earth. What did it say? The weather's going to get colder due to the greenhouse effect. Due to the greenhouse effect. And I read that and I was like, excuse me? I read it again and I was like, you're blaming autumn on a greenhouse effect? I'm like, it's autumn, you nutters. I don't know. Whoever wrote that article needs to be taken aside and they need to be explained that there is summer. And, you know, after summer comes autumn, and after autumn comes winter, and after winter we get spring. And after spring, you'll never guess it, but guess what? Summer comes around again. It's like, oh my goodness, I just read it and I just was like, I just could not believe someone had written this dribble in the newspaper. So yes, and no, I'm not one of those people who don't believe in global warming, blah, blah, blah. I'm just a person who believes in, you know, the seasons. Oh dear, I was beyond myself. I just could not believe it. Oh yes. That looks really pretty. So that's finished. There we go. We've done a flower together. Oh, aren't we clever? Oh, look at me. Oh, just checking with my fingernail. There we go. That is just gorgeous. And I do love that little bit of bling. But then I'm a blingy person. I need to put beads in the middle. Definitely need beads. Definite. So I'll do all the other flowers like that, just following the colours and putting in the sparkly, 2 bits of sparkly yarn. So that's that done and dusted. So there we go. We've started our Christine's piece, and I'm absolutely I'm very excited actually. So yes, so we're going to leave it there for today. I don't know how long I've been talking for. So what we've done is we've cut the piece out. We've picked a few cottons, and I am going to I think I'll end up taking this piece in with me to Jill's. I don't know. I'm still debating about this. You know what? We're going to try it. We're going to do it. We're just going to do a little bit on one of them. And if it doesn't look right, we don't have to go any further, do we? You know. But I'm just thinking it would be silly. I've got the yarn out, I've got my needle out. Let's give it a little bit of a whirl. I think this flower here, we'll give this a whirl. Let's give this a whirl. We'll see how it is. It doesn't need to be as closely done as the other ones, is what I'm thinking. We just need to do every so often a little piece of thread. See what it looks like. See what we all think. Well, yep, you can leave comments down below and you can say, yeah, that's a good idea, Paula. Or, oh my goodness, that's a bit out there. Maybe not the best idea. I don't know. I'm just going to try it. It's not going to hurt to try, is it? Just a little bit more than, yeah, just a little bit more. Not too much more. I was watching Corinne this morning. She's released quite a few things now that she's back from America. It looks like she's had a wonderful holiday. I've been following her journeys. Yeah, Disneyland. Whoa, Disneyland. Oh, that looks scary. Too many people. Oh my goodness, I would have had a panic attack. So many people, and I get it's outside and there's a lot of room, but oh my goodness, it looks so packed. It looked uncomfortable, and I know I shouldn't say this, but screaming children. They were tired by the end of the day, and you know, you've got to make allowances for children, and also Disneyland is for them. You know, it's not for us adults. Disneyland was built with children in mind. That's what Walt Disney thought of when he built it. And I think when I was growing up, you know, a big thing to do would be to go to Disneyland. Yeah. Oh, it'd be amazing. You have a lot of money, you go to Disneyland. There we go. That was a big thing. So yeah, and as she was walking, I think the only one I thought I could put up with all the people in was a Star Wars, but yeah, I'm a Star Wars girl, you know. So that looks all right. You can still see the other colour. Got a knot in the end. I'm going to come up to here and down to here. See, that looks all right. And from here we can go up. I'm just going to tie it in over here, this side, leave it there. Now I want the green. Keep a hold on the end, Paula. The sun's streaming in now. It's boiling hot, and that just poked my finger. Ow! Right. Here we go. We'll see how this looks. Would look better if it didn't fall off the needle. Well, actually, I kind of like that. So, yep, I've found out the colours for this flower just by doing that. I kind of really like the green and the cream and the other bits and pieces there. So there you go. Let's see, I've got my finger there. Oh, I can't see for the life of me. I'm just going to have to pull the curtain over a bit. I'm sorry, I cannot see what's on my camera to save myself. So there we go. What do you think? I think it's quite sweet. It still has the colours that's kind of in the flowers. I kind of like it. And when we get to the white bit here, that's when a strand of this will come in. So it'll be a dirty white. I feel like I'm going to bleed any second. I've really caught myself with that needle. So no, we've sorted out 2 little bits. So we've done this one and we've done this one here. I'm really happy with that. That's a good start for a project for me. Yeah, it was very decisive once I got there in the end. So I'm going to carry on. I'm going to do some more of these flowers, and I've got thankfully I have a project vessel it can sit in. And I'm going to put everything in there, and I'm actually going to put it down in the family room. And when I'm there at first thing in the morning, I'm down there and I do bits and pieces. This is what I'm going to focus in on in the morning. Tomorrow, of course, I've got crochet knit, which will be loads and loads of fun. I think I still have my needle in here. Nope, I don't. It's fallen out on the wayside here. So I'm just going to put my needle in the back and put you in this container along with the thread. So we've got a dark, I don't know, I call that burnt umber. And so we've got a burnt umber, we've got a really lovely, excuse me, I'm going to use the yellow, excuse me, and the green and the topaz. And there's some more green here, and there's some more bits and pieces there. I'm still debating about the leaves. I don't know, so I might change the colour up on the leaves, but we'll see how we go as we slowly, well, as I slowly go through. If you've got a piece of Christine's fabric and you've got one of these baskets, like I said, it really does come in handy. It's just the right size. As you can see, everything fits in there beautifully. Put my scissors in there, I've got my needle. Yeah, so thank you very much for joining me today. Thumbs up if you enjoyed, leave a comment down below, and yeah, if you have any ideas on whether or not you like this flower, which I'm now looking at going, oh, I like it. It's kind of got a little bit of yellow in there. So yeah, it's looking great. I can put the lighter brown here and the burnt umber at the very bottom, which I think will look rather stunning. So yes, which will bring in the colours that are over on this flower over here. We'll bring those colours in over onto this flower, which the paintery part of me likes. So yes, I hope you're having a lovely day. If you're in Greymouth, please boil all water for a few more days. And keep an eye on the council site, even though they have not told us all the information yet. So yeah, you never know. Okay, well that's all for today. Thanks for joining me as I just kind of crafted along and had a little bit of fun. I hope you enjoyed yourself too.